Hey team, you're about to experience my interview with EITAN KOTER from VIMMI. VIMMI is a video-first e-commerce platform for modern e-commerce merchants. It is a full end-to-end, fully featured e-commerce platform that features video along every step of the buyer journey. They can also provide just the video commerce platform, and it allows merchants to continue to use their existing e-commerce platform for the rest of the commerce functions. And this includes platforms like BigCommerce, Shopify, etc. We had a fantastic conversation about the world of commerce is headed with video at the forefront of it all. Enjoy. This is the E-commerce Edge podcast with your host, Jason Greenwood. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the pod. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome EITAN KOTER from VIMMI. Welcome, EITAN.
Hi, Jason. Thank you so much for inviting me. How are you?
I am doing very well. And we were talking about off air about this badass environment you've got behind you here on the wall. I said it looks like cork on the wall, and you said, indeed, it is cork. I got it.
Yes, it is cork. Yeah, we try to bring some nature into this cold environment of offices. So that's the plan here.
Right. I like it. It's got that natural, it just even looks warm through the screen.
Yes, it is. I will send you a wall after the episode if you like.
You can send me some cork tiles to put behind me.
Cork tiles and install them for you, but I can give you some help, guidance,
okay.
If you like. And I can buy them cheap.
We can do a deal.
By the way, this will be a B2B or a B2C deal. What do you think?
B2B2C, I think.
B2B2C, yes. I can give you some additional inventory from my 3PLs if you like, and then you can redistribute them in different markets. So consider that.
I'm in Mexico, so I'll be your exclusive distributor here in Mexico.
Yeah. Okay. You start negotiating. Okay. No problem.
We can do the transaction through VIMMI. How about that?
Okay, that's better. And I have an agreement I'm already sending you right now, which is approved by our legal department, by the way. So
I love it. It's got an MNDA attached as well, of course.
Yes. We already signed the MNDA. So
okay. Oh, I love it. And you're based in Israel, aren't you? You're based in Tel Aviv.
Yes.
Wow, it's interesting. I tell you, I've said this before on the podcast. Israel is an absolute hotbed of commerce technology. The number of Israeli companies I have featured on my podcast is phenomenal. There's something in the water in Israel around commerce.
Yes, something in the air.
Yeah, I understand also that even the IDF, they will help businesses, like sometimes obviously technology companies will have to design technology for the military, but then they will help those businesses commercialize and spin off that technology for use in industry, and then that can be commercialized globally. So it feels like there's an entrepreneurial thread that runs through the whole economy.
It's a lot of things, right? The IDF obviously is innovating in a lot of aspects, and it's the incumbents for some of the largest companies here. Also, I think people are not afraid of taking risks and jumping out of cliffs and try to open parachutes on the way and take the risk, innovate, doing some practices. And I saw the evolution of the industry. Initially, we were just innovating on the tech side, no skills how to market and how to sell. And then we learned from partners, from distributors, primarily focusing on B2B use cases and products. And then we said, no, there can't be a D2C company in Israel. And then you see companies like Wix and many others that are like killing it. So I think today, definitely in the current economy, when everything is SaaS-based, everything is digital, and so much is on inbound, then there is a kind of a belief that you can win everything and you can't fail. So it's a mentality. And for us, probably it's the only way for us to survive in this part of the world. And obviously you're aware of everything that's happening right now. So like in Israel, life continues. We continue to work, enjoy. There are no restrictions or limitations. In Gaza and obviously in the north, there is a war, and it's going to be tough during this year. More and more operations and activities that we need to take in order to keep our lives here. But nothing matters. We continue to grind. We continue to push, same as any other time of our life here.
I don't want to get into too much into the political side of things, but it seems as an outsider looking into the fishbowl, it seems that international trade, international business, international relationships born of international trade, if there's any one universal language that it feels like everyone can understand and speak, it's business. And it feels if we're going to globally find our way out of division and separation, and I think that there's probably two sides to the same coin. One is love, and I'm seeing that especially with international relationships, international partnerships. My wife's Asian, born in New Zealand, but mother's Chinese, father Vietnamese. And as I've traveled the world and I've spent time around the world, I've met so many thousands and thousands of interracial couples. And it feels like that aspect of things on the love front, that overcomes a lot of challenges. People that are not just interracial, but maybe they come from different backgrounds, different stratas of society, different religions, different belief systems. But it truly, not to sound too tree huggerish, but it feels very much like love conquers all in those scenarios, and love overcomes those differences, and love is the bridge. Love can be the bridge between those two things. And I think in the outside of an interpersonal relationship environment, it feels like the commercial environment fulfills a similar need. It bridges the gap. International business bridges the gap, and it forges a pathway for people that come from different backgrounds, different cultures, different languages, different religions. It forms an essential bridge between communities and between countries. At least that's what I've witnessed in my short 49 years on this planet.
Yes. Really? 49? Wow. Which month?
October, Halloween. October 31st.
Really? I'm also, but I'm on May 21st. So we're on the same age, my friend.
Wow.
But
Exciting.
But I will, by the way, we have a birthday coming.
Yes.
Which is like 50.
The big one. The big one. I'm already planning it. I've got people coming from all over the world to join me here in Mexico for my 50th.
Amazing. Wow. I'm not invited. I don't like it.
Well, don't worry. We'll sort that out too.
But I really like what you said about love. Look, we are now in the bot. We are starting with the bot era, right? And in a bot era and an AI era, people wants to believe that there is a real person behind. So I think social engagements, communication, relationship between people can be a like business relationship or any other relationship is going to become much more important in the daily life of people, because we need this personal connection, and we need to know that we are not operated by bots, by machines. So we need to have this distinctions, I think. You can travel all over the world, you can build relationships, and we are grinding. We don't take no as an answer. We keep trying until we succeed. There's like the knife between the teeth. This is our mentality. We try to learn and adapt very fast, keep an agile mentality and mindset, both on our minds and decision-making and learning, but also on the technology, like iterating every day, try to launch a new version, like on a weekly or even on a daily basis, just to make sure we are adapting, we're doing this product market fits process in a professional way. We're trying to bring the right solution to the market, working with the right partners to make sure we can differentiate and be a leader in specific categories. So that's a practice that is every entrepreneur in Israel is well aware of.
And even that pathway to the flip, where a company may be founded in Israel and then it converts into a US-based company, this is also a well-trodden path. So this concept of internationalization of business almost from day one, or at least a pathway to becoming an international business, also feels like it's just part of the fiber of businesses in Israel as well.
Yes, and it used to be, like you said, but during the last, I think, decade, the Israeli government is providing a lot of incentive for tech companies to stay in Israel and keep their headquarters in Israel. Variety of tax benefits and other benefits that the government is very active on, which makes a lot of sense, right? So you can open a subsidiary in the US, or when in the old days you need to have moving your headquarters to the US. But now also the US investors are aware of the Israeli ecosystem and the benefits. And also the government is providing them a lot of benefits in terms of dividends in much lower tax rates from these companies. So they are happy to invest in Israeli company. And the latest report I read, I think like couple of days ago is even last year we had this political turmoil, right, with all the protests and everything. And this year it's all about war in Gaza and the October 7th attack. And a lot of people, thought that all the new startups and the investor were like to relocate, move the headquarters, which is, by the way, a tax process you can do with the Israeli tax authority, which is a non-taxable. You can do this reverse merge to become a U.S. entity, but only, I think it was like 12% of investors ask for this process to be made. So I think it's a solid proof of the strength of the Israeli tech sector and the fact that most of the companies are being established here and going to stay here for long.
I think that's actually critically important. And I think that having, the foreign direct investment effectively is what it is. The foreign direct investment in Israel is actually mission critical to being able to tap into the VC and PE, basically the funding ecosystem internationally. It feels it's a mission critical pathway for these businesses to grow into an international standing.
Yes. And also we have here all the major global companies. They all have like design center, R&D centers that acquiring a lot of companies here. So it's really a vibrant environment.
Yeah, we can even think of Rise, and there's so many. I guess there's so many. Yeah, the list is almost endless. But there's so many famous technology platforms that got their start and got their founding in Israel, and have really taken their technology to the world and transformed the entire commerce ecosystem with what they are building. And Israel has always punched above its weight from a technical perspective. I mean, when we think of the size of the population and when we think of the technical capability found in the country and the ability to find development resources and grow those development resources, it's not just tech now. It's obviously there's massive marketing prowess coming out of the country now. Israel's punching above its weight from an international business perspective in every aspect.
Keep going. Don't stop.
Listen,
we're working hard. We invest a lot. We wake up, we start the week one day earlier than most of the world, right?
Just like New Zealand.
Yes. Really? New Zealand?
Just one day ahead of New Zealand and Australia. They get the day.
It's one day ahead in the clock, but we start working on Sunday.
Yes, of course. That as well. Yeah, you get the head start on the week.
Yeah, we get the head start. Yeah.
I love it. Look, let's chat about VIMMI, 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 which is an e-commerce, multi-channel, shoppable video commerce platform. Wow, that's a mouthful. And full transparency, I've never worked with VIMMI before, but at least what's on the tin, it's effectively a shoppable video commerce platform that works across multiple channels.
Yes. We try to squeeze the amount of words to describe it, but I guess
for SEO, it's a great thing.
It's a tough one. Yeah, for SEO, for sure. Yeah, so primarily we are first an e-commerce platform, okay? So let me give you the background, right? We celebrated 2 months ago, we celebrated 10 years for the company. And funny thing, we're a bootstrap company, okay? So we never raised fund. I have a co-founder. We both founded the company and we both have experience previously in fundraising for our startups, and also even both of us launched 2 companies on NASDAQ. So plenty of experience. And this company with VIMMI, we decided to invest our own money and we didn't raise fund throughout this whole period. And initially we came from the video world, what was used to be called media and entertainment, or even what it used to be called broadcast at some point of time. And I started in video since year 2000. It was the transition from analog to digital. So I worked for a company called Scopus Video Networks, which again, we floated on NASDAQ. We sold to another company called Harmonic, but that company was pioneering the transition from analog to digital. And we saw that also we've introduced IP into video delivery. And it was mainly on what was called the contribution side from a stadium, a football venue, to the broadcasting center. And this is before the iPhone. And then around towards the sometime probably to 2014, 15, we saw that the video is going to be streamed, right, to many viewers. And Akamai CDN started to ramp up, and today Amazon CloudFront, there are a lot of public CDN. And obviously, it's very common sense that video is being used also for the distribution side, for the viewers. And some of these sports events or even games events or live shows, they are hosting millions of users concurrently, and they all stream through the internet, which is a major. It looks easy. You click to play, but there is a whole mess of crazy amount of technology, servers, bandwidths, ISPs, headaches that are able to provide that. And this is where we started. We started from the video side. In the first few years, we were in the online video platform. We worked with mobile operators, content providers, and we launched what is known as video over-the-top projects, like a Netflix type of white label project that we've launched for mobile operators and content providers around the world. And it involves all the content management, the users management, the CDN, the streaming. We have patents around this type of technologies, all the applications and the analytics part. But even before COVID started, we saw what's happening in China with live shopping, okay? And we saw that video, or let's say media and commerce are beginning to merge, okay? It was like first moves. China moved obviously very fast, and we saw what's happening there with live shopping. And I told Amnon, my co-founder, because I'm on the marketing, sales type, customer-facing side, he's on R&D operation. I said, Amnon, let's look at this. It's very interesting. And we launched Shoppers, which is a live shopping solution. And we started doing project with brands. It was really nice because we took everything that we already had in video, right? You need to transcode the content. You need to stream. You need to host. You need to have the video player, the chat system. We already had all these type of technologies. It was very easy for us to do this, little shift. And it was like existing technology, new market, right? And we moved from traditional telcos, mobile operators, content providers to brand retailers who are looking to monetize video, sell products, merchandise. But then we realized, and this is obviously when COVID started, it was like a big, crazy demand for people who couldn't go out, brick and mortar are closed, and obviously the rise of Shopify and all the online business, I'm sure you know a lot about. And so we joined this spirit as well. But then we quickly realized that it's going to take time for exclusively live shopping to be a big business in the US, but also really adapted like in China. So we took a bold move, and what we did, we've integrated headless e-commerce. So we've integrated e-commerce into our video solution. And then we are no longer like a live shopping solution. We are a video-based e-commerce platform, okay? And we didn't invented the whole e-commerce platform. We took a Shopify Plus headless solution and we wrapped it up with our own front end and integrated our video tech inside. And later we've introduced this backend also on Magento. And we did very nice projects. Also, we've built marketplaces and we've built single store. But the unique approach is that it's a SaaS. It's a self-service platform. You can launch your store within hours, but it's truly differentiated by the fact that it is using video as part of the capabilities, video for marketing. And we know that video in marketing is like a dramatically growing sector. And then TikTok came, okay? And TikTok said, hey, we were an entertainment platform. We are now search platform. And hey, we are going to be a shopping platform, right? And they've announced that like every video on TikTok today can become shoppable, right? So you can check out with TikTok. You can get a fulfillment by TikTok, or you can use other 3PLs or the brand's own shipping. It's easy to integrate. And then we said, okay, what's going on? And then we analyzed the market and we saw, hey, multi-channel is really nice. Then you have the social commerce part. And then all these new names came: social commerce, video commerce, shoppable video, right? And so it's not only live, because live is really some part of a brand's strategy. It's considered as a nice to have experience. It's not a must have, right? You don't build your whole business around live shopping. It's part of your video and overall video strategy or marketing strategy. It's great for building customer relationship, increase brand loyalty, increase engagement. But then the rise of shoppable video. And shoppable video is like the TikTokification of everything, right? Short form, vertical videos, shoppable. Okay, so again, this is a capability that we had from day one because we know how to manage video on large scale, we know how to stream. And so we started to integrate all these channels into the platform, launching, optimizing, managing a TikTok shop, an Instagram shop, Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, Walmart, and it started to increase the amount of channels that we can work. And it's an ongoing work. So you have one backend, you manage all your inventory, all the videos, and you can deploy them across the entire array of channels. Okay, and then we realized that people are happy with Shopify. They don't need our Shopify or the majority of the market. And it's like this is what I hear also from my podcast and from all the guests. And from all the brands that we talk to on a daily basis. There's a big wave of people running to build. If they're re-platforming, which is not happening a lot these days because of the economy, because of focus on other things, then they are probably on Shopify or Ecommerce or Salesforce or whatever, and they're happy with their platform. They don't want to change, but they need a video solution, okay? And they need a solution that they can deploy across all those multi-channels. It can be live and non-live, and it can take as an embed to their own website, like interactive video carousel, shoppable video carousel, and can enjoy all the benefits of shoppable video. And some of them also ask us to help them with the content creation itself. So we've integrated influencer marketing platform into the backend, so we can help them with interact and engage with influencers for content creation. So this was our evolution. So we can work with someone who wants to launch or re-platform his e-commerce platform, and it's like from the get-go, it's come out of the box with all the e-commerce functionalities for B2B and B2C, but also with all the video capabilities. But we can also work with existing e-commerce platform. We are providing extension to Shopify, to Magento, et cetera, and we're able to work with their inventory, deploy videos and products, and create sales opportunities across the entire ecosystem of channels. So that's
the short version.
That's the short version of what we can do. Yeah, it was important to show you the evolution of where we started.
Of course, I completely understand. And we on the podcast before we've featured platforms like V24 and some other shoppable video commerce, and it feels like you all come at it from a slightly different perspective. Some come at it from more of a customer service and conversion rate optimization perspective.
Yes.
Some come at it from a video concierge and assisted shopping perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Some come at it from a content generation and then live shopping combined with a persistent shoppable video perspective, meaning, okay, cool, I'm going to go live for the next hour, but then I'm going to repurpose that live video as a replayable video attached to, say, for example, the correct product pages that this video relates to, so that people can still shop the video, they can still view the video on an ongoing basis post live. It feels like everybody comes at this from a slightly different bent. And then we have some of these platforms that multi-stream. So they say, look, we're going to stream on our own platform, we're going to stream on our own website, but we're going to simulcast to all the live shopping and social platforms at the same time, so that video and those videos become shoppable, so that when people are viewing them in feed, they can, for example, type a certain word in a comment or something like that, that automatically adds to a cart and then redirects them to complete the transaction on the website, etc. So it feels like everybody's coming at this from a slightly different angle with the ultimate goal of getting higher engagement between customer or potential customer and brand. That feels like the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Would you say that's the ultimate overarching focus?
Yes, I think video is working very well in terms of conversion. Okay, so that's the primary idea. And we talked like in the preparation to the episode, this whole industry is about impulse purchase. And if you look at TikTok, it's like the next generation of impulse purchase. Why? 30 seconds.
We can go from I didn't even know this product existed to it's in my cart and I've paid.
And it's like the statistics data shows that like in the first 3 seconds, you already made a decision. Sorry, your reptilian brain made a decision that you need
your
this
limbic
product.
brain.
This is why TikTok is very well for videos, products that probably are up to $100, something that you can see real transformation within 10, 20 seconds. show you that there's a real transformation. Hey, I want to purchase it, right? And you click to purchase, and that's it, finished. Okay. Now, I must tell you, there's a big hype around shoppable video and shoppable media in general. Okay. Shoppable media is like any type of video that has a button to purchase, right? And it can be on mobile phone, but it can also be on retail media with Amazon Prime, on Netflix advertising, right? It's going all the way to the big screens as well. You'll buy through a QR code. Okay. That's also shoppable media. I think there's a lot of hype around that. Obviously, TikTok is accelerating this hype. Let's see what happens with TikTok, but it's not going to be China. Okay, that is clear by now. Okay, but it's definitely a strategic component of any brand. Look at what happened, not like with cookie deprecation, right? So many brands are moving to influencer marketing, right? Because of that, they're going to probably to Amazon for first-party data. Video is like the vehicle of everything, right? You need to create video. Influencers are posting, and you give them a coupon code or whatever, and you can identify and there is a conversion that is being made. So video used to be very powerful for impressions. I have a lot of likes and shares, but now the focus is on conversions. And I think this is what shoppable media is all about.
And I'm going to give you an example from my real life scenario over the last couple of days. I've been buying, now that we're here in Mexico, I've been buying products on Amazon. I've been buying products from all over the world. Amazon primarily just because the frictionless nature of buying and delivery in particular in Mexico. They've actually cracked the delivery model in Mexico, unlike almost anybody else I've ever seen.
In Israel, by the way.
There's Koppel here, yes. There's Mercado Libre here, yes. Almost all of the grocery stores do delivery very cheaply here, yes. But when it comes to scaled shopping of almost any item you could see or want in your home, Amazon has absolutely nailed it.
Nice.
However, what I can tell you from firsthand experience is that even on Amazon, I had and I've spent embarrassingly several $1,000s on Amazon in the last month alone, just buying kitchen appliances and an air filter and all sorts of things for use here in Mexico, because we sold everything before we left New Zealand. So it feels like you're starting life from scratch in some respects and starting over. But
wow, from New Zealand to Mexico.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trip. It's been excellent though. But I'm going to give you a firsthand example of how and why I think Amazon is still missing a massive opportunity, and where I could have on multiple occasions dropped out of the funnel very easily because so first of all, their product reviews are okay, and their product, the star ratings, the reviews, the feedback, that's all okay. They don't make it easy in the reviews section to switch between languages and auto translate. That's the first thing, which makes it really challenging.
Okay.
Second of all, they don't require all products to have at least one video available for the product, and that's a major problem. Because if I could, in the search results, when I'm searching for something, if instead of just a row of images, if there were playable videos right in the results stream, so that I didn't actually have to go into a product to see if they had a video that was playable, if they became video first, to where literally in stream, I could just play the video one by one and see the information about the product, that would be easier. Second of all, I had to, in many instances, I had to go out of Amazon. I had to type in the make and model of a product. I had to type that followed by review. Then I had to go to reviews websites. See, for example, I wanted to buy a whole home air filter, because I live in Puebla and there is a volcano just down the road that spews smoke and ash into the air every single day. And it's not good. You need to have healthy air in your house. You need a whole home air filter. So I had to do almost all of my product research off of Amazon. And then once I decided which model I wanted, then I pasted that back into Amazon, found out the cheapest place to get it, the place that had it in stock, the place that had the best seller ratings and all that sort of stuff. Then I finished my transaction on Amazon. But if someone outside of Amazon, as part of that research process, had provided me a better in-stream shopping experience and could have got it to me quickly and cheaply and with high confidence and trust, I would have transacted off of Amazon.
Yes.
So to my way of thinking, Amazon is massively vulnerable because I spent most of my time on YouTube watching videos about these products and
Yes.
looking at video reviews of these products before actually making my purchase decision. So what is your thinking? Because at the moment, it feels like video is everywhere, but it's also nowhere at the same time.
Yeah. No, thank you for this perspective. I think you're totally right, because what we see is all the big guys like the YouTube, the Amazons, definitely the Walmart, let's include them in the picture as well, Pinterest, Twitch, they're all making progress in terms of shoppability, right? And for example, YouTube just announced that you can tag products on their videos, right? You can check out, you can tag products, you can have a call to action to purchase. We always, and let's go to TikTok, for example. So with TikTok, the way you upload the videos with the captions, you need to do SEO research before that, right? What happens, when you search in Google, we want you to find those TikTok videos on your Google search.
And I didn't see a single one.
Exactly. You should. Not like, yeah. So organically, I'm talking about totally organically. Amazon are now in their beta. In the next beta, they are launching the ability for brands to upload vertical shoppable videos to their storefront and to the product pages. So I think there is a good progress, right, on all fronts in terms of how things are evolving. And in Instagram, you can tag products, and on Facebook, you have the Facebook Market, which is more like a second hand in terms of what Facebook are able to provide. And this is what I see. But there is definitely a progress, and I believe it will align. There is a huge progress around it, and it will scale. Now, if TikTok will be still in the game, right, because they are pushing the industry very hard, because they are announcing a lot of new things around video, and then everyone tries to adapt accordingly. But again, I think there is a real demand for that from the consumers in terms of consumer behaviors. You want to research, you want to see a video. By the way, we didn't talk about the video reviews, right, which is another important. What we found is that, and we're able to provide this in our platform, we found that this is like can cause a huge uptake in terms of increase conversion rates, reduce cart abandonment, right? Because if you're hesitating to click this shop now button, like in the last step, then we will pull a video review of someone purchasing, like automatically, based on some kind of a timer that we put there, and this will give you another push to buy. So this is definitely things that we see that all the platforms providing more tools on their APIs and more capabilities around video and shoppable video. Everyone are trying. I think that shoppable video is not versus the live shopping. Shoppable video is really in the core of all these companies, but it will take time for all these things to roll out. But we definitely see announcement like on a daily basis from these big companies.
And it feels like we might finally, instead of Amazon being at war with Google and YouTube, we might actually be forcing them now to a place where Amazon might consider natively integrating with YouTube on their platform, and vice versa, to where YouTube will natively integrate with Amazon on their platform to facilitate cross-platform purchasing, where each party gets to clip the ticket for their share of driving the demand for that product. And having those videos be natively pulled in to a platform like Amazon. Why should the merchant have to do that? Why should it have to scan YouTube and find somebody who's doing a reviews and recommending their product, and then copy and paste that URL of that YouTube video
into the product page, right?
Why should they have to do that? Why shouldn't Amazon do that automatically with AI? Why shouldn't YouTube do the exact same thing? Why shouldn't YouTube become an affiliate partner of Amazon and automatically populate these videos with links to Amazon so that it's a single click purchase, to where I don't even where I can actually check out on YouTube via Amazon. And this is where the whole buy with Prime model, that's where they were trying to go with this. But it feels like every one of these platforms are trying to outcompete each other, when if they realized that collaboration is the only way they're going to be able to fend off platforms like TikTok.
Yes. Look, TikTok is like short form. That's it, right? On the live video, by the way, they are encouraging presenters or sellers to spend at least 2 hours on their live shopping event for the algorithms to work on their favor. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, but who is going to watch for 2 hours something
But
on
obviously,
TikTok?
some people do. It's like the old
Yeah,
QVC TV network where people are bored. You got people sitting
yes.
at home.
By the way, QVC is amazing. It's growing. The sales revenues are increasing every year. And this is what I'm trying to say. TikTok short form videos, TikTok is growing definitely, but also YouTube long form videos. You spend hours researching on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
It's still a really viable source of information. There is a market for that and a market for the other short form versus long forms, live versus non-live. People are consuming content like crazy. Video is like more than 90% of the worldwide internet, right? So it's definitely it's everywhere. And I think it's what we will end up as quote unquote like shoppable media, shoppable video. It's yet to be seen. I think there is too much promises around that. Look, Walmart agreed to acquire Vizio, and Roku are not going to be around by themselves. Someone will also, there are a lot of talks around that. And everyone is trying to create their own flywheels and try to leverage because CPMs on CTV are like 1,000 times higher than internet based. So obviously there is a lot of people are watching TV, but the watching TV, it's a lean back type of experience. Again, reptilian brain, right? 2 clicks on the remote, 2 clicks on the remote, and that's it. Are you going to engage now, make decision to purchase? I don't know. So what I see, they're experimenting with really nice things. At the end of the movie or the episode, you have a few thumbnails. You can scan your QR code and add it to the cart on your Amazon account. Really nice. They don't want you to purchase right now when you watch the video, but in 1 click you can put it somewhere as a favorite or as an item you want to take a look later, and even on your mobile on the other type of format. Yeah, human behaviors in terms of shopping are totally different, related to the size of the screen as well, and the level of entertainment that they're getting, short form versus long forms and live versus non-live. So it's really complex ecosystem that once we talk about something, we need to exactly understand what we're talking about, right?
Hey team, I have a big favor to ask you. Please pause this episode and send the link of this episode to someone you know that you think would enjoy this content. Really appreciate you spreading the word. This is how we grow. We're not a Joe Rogan. We don't have big, massive advertising budgets, but we absolutely want to grow. We want to get the learnings from all of these episodes out to as wide of an audience as possible, and we need your help to do it. Thank you. And now back to your listening. And so when we think of VIMMI and we think of where you feel that you play in the overall ecosystem, now you said that you have integrations with the Shopifys, the Magentos, the BigCommerces of the world, and probably can integrate with just about any e-commerce platform, but you also have a commerce platform of your own. So I'm assuming that means you have a catalog backend. It means you've got a promotions engine in the backend. It means you've got the ability to host customer data in the backend. It means the ability to process orders and do order management in the back end. But if I understand you correctly, you do not provide a storefront front end. So you are a headless commerce platform, meaning yes, you can manage all the video components and you can simulcast to multiple channels at the same time in terms of live video, correct? So you do both live and pre-recorded video, or just live that then is
Live and
repurposed?
non-live. Live and non-live. And by the way, we have our own storefront. It's really what we
Okay.
believe is like the next generation of storefront, which is interactive, video-based, like big video players. You can swipe on mobile like TikTok, or on the web. On a desktop, you can just click on the mouse and you can swipe between videos, really interactive carousels. Everything is shoppable, video reviews embedded, product pages with video that you can check out inside the video, like video checkout. We provide this for some of our customers where their entire e-commerce is operated by us. We can also, in some of the scenarios, we can also be part of your, so you have your own Shopify or BigCommerce or whatever, but the slash TV or slash interactive video is managed by us. So we are like, can be like a subdomain or slash something video, but this whole area is operated by us. It's white label, so it's look the same as your branding, but it's operated by us because some of those events, in a live event scenario, you might have 10,000 people on your website, and most of the websites will crash at the same time unless you're implementing a CDN, right? So we never use the CDN. The majority, like even the big brands, the how many visitors per second they have on a certain page, usually hundreds, right? But in a live event, you might have 10,000 or 20,000, 30,000 in an event, and you need some professional provider to manage that. So we provide the CDN as well, accelerating the content and the website page in terms of the loading and load balancing of the visitors. So everything is provided by us. So we're very agile, and I think having the e-commerce solution internally gives a lot of advantages. Some of the customer tells us, please, we are okay for you to use your checkout. So we are the checkout. They have their own checkout. But when they want to check out on Instagram or on other third-party website, we are the checkout. So
because you're providing the video. So
we're providing the video and we provide the checkout, and we can provide the analytics. Though these analytics from the multi-channel analytics helps them create smarter decision about inventory allocation, about how to manage video. And we believe a lot in organic video, right? So we know we have like best practices, what's working in terms of shoppable video. And we help a lot with this production, right? TikTok is like authentic, it's non-polished. So another interesting discussion is this range between authentic to polished, right? So live shopping should be polished more, right? And TikTok is like authentic, no one cares about the background, right? So it really depends also. And we provide all this knowledge to our customers, and they can provide they get interesting insights. And think about a scenario where you publish one video every day to TikTok. It's all organic, and every video can go viral, right? But in a week, we know and we can see which video works better. We can take this video and push it with advertising budget, with paid media, right? And we know already what we're going to get in terms of this performance. So this is a very structured and very logical way of analyzing data. Video gives us a lot of data, much more than product page on an e-commerce website. We know when someone start playing, pause, stopped, why. We have a lot of information from which device. This data is gold, and we know how to use it for the benefits of the brand.
And I'd love your thoughts on this. I believe that Google has ruined the internet in some key ways. They made the internet, but they also broke the internet. Okay. And they are also completely destroying the opportunity for brands and platforms to innovate on the internet and to innovate on customer experience, because websites still have to be primarily text-based. So yes. What I mean by that is that this paradigm of the home, the category, the PDP, the cart, the checkout, this paradigm is almost exclusively required because of the Google ecosystem. And so even if I was a brand and I came to you and I said, look, I love this idea of this innovative interface. I love the idea of my whole website being orientated around video. That's all fine and good, but it's like the old days if you build your website in Flash. It's the same kind of thing. So the problem is, the reason why we have platforms like Shopify and all the rest being so popular is because the whole concept of the interface is primarily text-based, and then you integrate in after the fact some videos, some images, maybe some interactive content of some variety, maybe some exploded diagrams, whatever it might be. But we're still talking like 95% of the website is text-based. Okay. And the whole purpose behind that, the whole reason behind that is not because it creates a great customer experience. It's because it creates a great Google shop and find, and search and find experience. And so I might love your interface, and I might even want that to be my entire e-commerce experience. But unless I'm driving 95% of my traffic, say, through social channels, or if I'm Mr. Beast, then great. My e-commerce website can be built on your platform, no problem, because I don't need to be organically listed in Google. I'm going to be driving traffic from YouTube. 95% of my traffic is going to be coming from YouTube, and I don't care whether Google can index my website or not, because I'm not relying on them to drive my business. But because the vast majority of other businesses out there do rely on Google to drive a significant portion of their business, pardon my French, but they're fucked.
Okay, so first of all, in general, Google is not a fair game, right? If you're a new brand, you want to be, there's no way for you to win the big guys, right? It's not a fair game. By the way, the only platform that provides you fair chances today is TikTok.
Yes.
Because you can have 0 followers and one video, you can go viral like crazy, right? And I see businesses and brands who actually scale like growing 100% per year just because of the TikTok effect, all organically. Now let's go back to your comment about text-based versus video. So because Google own YouTube, they give priority to website with video content. They know how to analyze the video. They know how to analyze pictures. They providing, and their engines are definitely prioritizing video content. Okay, so that's for sure. Even if you do like just a small advertising on YouTube, then you're completely a different spot, right? In a much better spot.
They say you're not, but we know it's not true.
Yes, but we know it's also not a fair game, right? So it's very difficult to bring some kind of an awareness on Google, regardless if it's a text-based or video-based, if you are a newcomer or if you're competing on the same category with the big guys. Just a lost battle. It's a waste of time. Yeah, people will tell you, SEO, let's work for 6 months. No, it's not working, right? You don't get a lot of leads. You don't get a lot of qualified leads. That's probably not the way to scale. It's something you have to do, but...
you have to pay to play,
yes,
especially if you're new.
And even if you want to pay, how can you compete with Temu, for example? Like this whole carousel is Temu. You tried it as well, right?
Of course.
How can you give... You don't give fair chances and honest analysis and give fair chance for new brands, for smaller guys, for mid-size SMBs, or to win. There is no chance for them to win, not in an organic way, not in a paid media way. So forget it. Go to video, YouTube, yes, TikTok. That's the way to scale today. And today we help brands just with TikTok, just with video on YouTube. This is their main marketing channel. Okay.
Wow.
This is how they scale. It's amazing. This is what is working today. That's the only way to get in. Yes, and after that, you can open your own store and you might do Amazon. But first, you win on TikTok. By the way, this is much stronger for companies that want to also sell offline. If they have a cosmetic brand, they want to sell with retailers. You can't put a product in Sephora unless you are successful on TikTok. There's no way for you to do that. So this is like first thing you have to win. And then let's talk about your offline strategy.
And so your platform, help me understand the mechanics of the platform. So I can go live on your platform. So I can create a live shopping stream.
Yes.
I can simulcast to YouTube. I can and then after that live stream is completed, I can continue to repurpose that content over time, right? On my own platform.
All the live events are recorded. We are automatically creating short form videos for you, so you can deploy them across your social media accounts with all the AI capabilities for editing and all. So the short form videos are automatically created because we know we have the exact timeline with the product being launched, right?
Like in stream.
In stream, we have that specific millisecond with this overlay. So you have one stream with 10 different products on a live show. We know exactly the timeline for that specific product that has been presented, and we know how to do this automatic cut to cut. And you can have this asset. That asset can have associated QR code, right? You can deploy it on retail media with Amazon Prime or Netflix as well. It has associated standalone unique QR code that you can use. Yeah. And of course, the multi-channel. Yeah.
Wow.
And by the way, we are able to associate product page to each one of those videos, right? And those product page, you do it once, and it's deployed across your entire channels automatically. Shoppable video, right? So one video has associated product page. That product page can be integrated to an extension from Shopify. You can build it on our own platform, doesn't matter. But it will be one, you do it once in the backend, and then you deploy this as a shoppable video across the entire array of social networks and Amazon and Walmart and all instantly.
And how does that change the interface, or how does that change the interaction by the customer by channel? So let's say, one of your videos, you're streaming it to TikTok and you're streaming it to YouTube live. Yes. How does the customer interface? Because obviously each of those interfaces have different ways of creating the shoppable interface within their own platforms. It's very different. Correct. So do you convert it to on the fly in stream to their form of shoppability in the destination channel?
Yeah, that's a very good question. You're asking all the right questions, Jason. Right.
I try to ask the questions I think my audience is probably going to want to know.
Exactly. So that's another layer of complexity. Okay, so we talk now about video, not about managing your TikTok shop or your Instagram shop, just the video. Okay. So of course, every platform works the same, but on the VIMMI backend, you do it once. On TikTok, for example, you must implement the TikTok product page. You
Yes.
can't take your Shopify product page, put it in TikTok. Instagram is different, right? It's still open. Facebook is still open, although they announced they're going to close it. And they're going to also
Force.
they've announced they will force to check out also on Instagram. But I don't see this coming in the next few years. Let's see. TikTok is different. So yeah, you do it once on the back end, and we make sure it's properly launched on the different platforms altogether.
So you effectively create those products as part of that channel's catalog on something like TikTok, so the merchant doesn't have to do it themselves.
Exactly. So this is layer of video, shoppable video across the different channels. You do it once, and then it's deployed automatically with all the different nuances and different bits of things. This is layer one. Layer two is managing your shop across those different channels. That's another level of different APIs, by the way, different processes, different people altogether. So we can help you launch your store on TikTok, Instagram, Amazon, Facebook, etc. If you have a store, we can help you manage that store in terms of inventory allocation, checkout processes, fulfillment. That's another layer, again, from a single backend. Okay, so that's another level. It's not just streaming or deploying videos, shoppable videos. It's also managing the transaction, updating your order management, your inventory platform, again, from the same platform, from the same VIMMI platform.
So what you're doing is you're effectively creating natively shoppable videos by destination platform.
Exactly.
That to me is the game changer piece. That to me is the piece that makes this more easily adoptable by brands. Is you're doing the heavy lifting instead of having to manage those individual channels as individual channels, and potentially even having to have a separate team internally. Okay, I've got my YouTube team, I've got my TikTok team, because a lot of brands, they have a team that's dedicated to doing nothing but TikTok.
Correct.
And so it means that for smaller brands that don't have channel specific capability and resources, up till now, they can't play in those channels because they have to wait until they reach critical mass, and then it justifies the attention on that platform, right?
Yes.
But it sounds like you basically are bridging that gap for them. You're basically creating a video distribution and management team all within one platform.
Seamlessly, right? And this is just the beginning, because we can consolidate all the analytics from all the different channels into a unified dashboard. So you have a full, like a bird's eye view of what's really happening across all channels, right? Yeah, you can put a TikTok extension in your Shopify or a Facebook or whatever, but it's like siloed.
Yeah.
Siloed, it's sad. Goes
siloed is sad. I love it.
It goes together, right? It's sad. It's really sad. You want happiness, energy, interactivity, one dashboard for all these operations, all the analytics. By the way, also on the live shopping events, because we stream to multi-channel, we upload and consolidate all the chat from all the different channels into one consolidated chat on the backend. And you can push chat responses to the different platforms. Okay, so there are more and more layers that we are adding more, just to make more holistic view of what's really happening, in order for the ROI of everything that you do makes a lot of sense. Okay, by the way, this is why we started also to do advertising and paid media on our platform, because it was a natural progress, because it's okay, this works very well, let's kick it,
let's promote it.
Because ROAS, it doesn't matter the budget you have for the promotion, as long as the ROAS is amazing, you don't care to spend more and more, because you see a result and it's immediately.
If every dollar you spend, you get $2 back, then you can basically say my budget is virtually unlimited until the ROI
drops. This is what I hear from, not from the smaller one, for let's say from the bigger, probably mid market and up. He said, it's unlimited. The budget is unlimited. So as long as the ROAS makes sense, and we can provide them this exact data immediately, like in real time.
Wow, this is very exciting. I feel like we could talk about this for hours more.
Yes.
I get excited when I hear of technology platforms that are seeing the big picture problems. They're not, for example, I like StreamYard, for example. Like, I like their product. I think they do a good job. I think if you're just wanting to put out information to social or whatever, and there's nothing necessarily shoppable, and you're really doing it as a brand exercise and you're wanting to distribute content, then I think they do a great job. But I think that the problem with these, what I call point solutions, is that they don't solve the root challenge of the problem, which is, how do I manage 5 or 6 shoppable video channels at the same time with limited resources? How do I do that? And how do I make sure that my effort is where I'm putting the most effort in the channel that is actually driving the most performance for my business?
Exactly.
How do I do that?
Exactly.
And the problem is, as you say, the challenge is there's a new platform that comes along every day. TikTok has blown up in the last 5 years, but TikTok may get banned. And so there may be another platform that in the next 12 months replaces TikTok as the hot new short form video platform. So merchants today really are struggling with channel diversification and channel proliferation. They are massively struggling with that. And I think that any platform like yours that not only recognizes that, but addresses it holistically on behalf of brands, I believe you guys deserve your time in the sun, because I think point solutions are a dying breed. It's just like suite-based platforms, like whether it be ERP or CRM or CDP, whatever it is. Suite-based platforms, they're winning because they can be an all-in-one solution. Maybe not for everything, but they can be more of an all-in-one, single throat to choke solution for brands that they don't have unlimited resources. And I think this is the thing that most platforms don't recognize.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for that feedback. Can I quote you on the last 2 minutes? It's okay?
Of course.
Okay, good. Thanks. And now this is just the beginning, because brands today understand that they need to sacrifice their margin to open more and more channels, because that's the only way for them to compete, because acquisition is a nightmare.
Yes.
It's very difficult.
And it's so diffused.
It's diffused. There are so many different communities. You have the YouTube, the Twitch, the Amazon. It's very difficult for any marketeer to spend enough resources. So what I see is a consolidation of efforts, make the strong stronger, get rid of unprofitable activities, both on SKUs or on markets. So there is a definitely trends toward multi-channel. Okay. And there's definitely trends toward more first-party data resources because of cookie deprecation. So this is why you'll see the rise of retail media, right? Obviously,
Yes.
Amazon is a big part of it. And there's like a huge long tail of retailers that need to do this transformation from managing a store to become an advertising or retail media network. But that's the next wave for the next 10 years. More and more channels, okay? Not traditional channels, kind of big screen channels, publishers. This is where I think the market is going, and we are in a plan to capture all these opportunities for our brands.
I've got one final question for you. I've probably got a couple of final questions for you. When do you think, and how long do you think it will take for platforms like Reddit, Quora, and Pinterest to start supporting live video streaming? Because to me, I don't understand why these platforms don't support live video streams. It doesn't make sense to me. X does, obviously, Meta does. It doesn't make sense to me. If I think of these platforms as informational websites, which is effectively what they are, they're the ability to have dialogue, right? Why do you think it is that so many of these major content platforms have completely missed the boat when it comes to live video?
Okay, so are you talking specifically about live shopping or general live video?
I think both, because I think you have to stepstone your way there. I think you've got to support live video before you can support live shopping, right?
Yeah, so live shopping is something very specific that if you want to make it successful, it's also a lot of things that are not related to the technology. It's related to the host.
Yes.
He really connected to the product. He knows how to answer the questions in real time. Is the real thing or no? Not most of them. They are bringing like an influencer from outside, giving some initial training. It doesn't work. Okay, you need to promote it correctly. You need to have the right discount and promotions around it, gamification. You need to continue remarketing after the event. So this is something very, very specific. By the way, Instagram, like Meta, they closed live shopping as well, Instagram and Facebook, because they found that it's not that interesting and it's not that successful. It's maybe, I heard like maybe 2% or 3% of the entire brand's ecosystem actually using live shopping. So that's the live shopping scenario. It's not the major marketing activity that you do. It's part of the thing that you do. So this is on the live shopping. Are they going to use video, shoppable video? Definitely, 100%. Those banners that you see that are coming from Taboola or Outbrain and all these, it's all going to become interactive, okay, in shoppable. That's those Google shopping thumbnails that we see. You can check out on this carousel very soon. You don't need
Yes.
to redirect it to the brand. You're going to check out on this thumbnail. Okay, so this will evolve very fast. Pinterest are definitely supporting video. They have a lot of video capabilities, and it's very easy to introduce also live shopping and non-live shoppable video into their platform. For the niche, for some of the niches, it's like the major platform for this type of fashion and like textile and all these different niches that are very, very powerful on Pinterest. Yeah, that's the only way to go. So I have no doubt that all the platform will support video. That's not even a question. The question, what is
form of video
what
are they
form
going
of
to
video
support?
and what they are trying to get to what is the benefit for them? Because managing video is a very complex environment. It's a very different complex architecture. And even if you have a lot of viewers, it's also another headache of how do you stream to all the viewers. So it's a complex ecosystem, not easy to integrate, and you need to be very smart in what you're trying to achieve.
I couldn't agree more. And how do you guys make your money? You're a SaaS platform, so you manage and host everything. So do you have tiers, or do you base it on the number of videos? Do you base it on revenue done through the platform? How do you guys make your money?
All of the above. we have obviously packages in terms of volumes and functionality, how many live videos. We have the concept of channels. Now backend, a brand can work with multiple influencers. Each one of those influencers will receive a channel that he can access, can customize. That channel can have an embed, so the brand can put that embed into his own website. That from the brand perspective, you can have an analytics and a bird's eye view of what this influencer is doing. And it can work for both live and non-live, everything shoppable. From this channel, the influencer can post on his own social account.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And if it's a content creator, then of course it will be published on the brand's content social account. So all this is very flexible. So one video can be published on endless number of social accounts, right?
And sliced and diced and republished.
Exactly. So this is how we manage these processes through a channel. You can add more and more channels, and it's a package of volume of storage, of streaming, because we do the embed, so we provide CDN as well. So there are certain capacities there. The functionality: are you using our e-commerce platform? Are we integrating to your e-commerce platform? And we have 3 different packages. And in some projects, when we find it's more strategic or interesting, we're happy to go to rev share model, where we even take care about the entire video creation as well and managing the TikTok or the storefront as well. But that's also a different scenario that we can implement as well, again, on a per case basis.
So I guess the question then becomes, A, what is the average that most of your clients would spend with you, say, on a monthly basis, all up roughly? And then do you scale down to even startup brands? Are you accessible to startup brands, or are you pitching yourself at mid-market brands and above? What's your ICP?
You can start from $250, right? You can start with running videos. You can start managing your content. Here's the extension, put it there on Shopify. Let's start working. You can start from there.
Wow.
Right? And then it can grow up to even 5 figures per month, right? It depends. We do so much. And our sweet spot is definitely on the mid-market for someone, exactly as you say, doesn't have an influencer team. It doesn't have a TikTok team. Or an Instagram team and an Amazon team. They can manage their storefront on a platform. They can manage all the videos. Remember all these layers that we talked about: videos, storefronts, right? Inventory updates and management. So yeah, it depends on these layers of functionalities that we need to provide.
Love it. And if we were to look out 12 months, 18 months on your roadmap, is there anything your customers are asking for today that you don't do? Or is there anything in the market that you're seeing evolve that you say, hey, we don't do this today, but we would like to add this to our platform because we think this is the next best thing?
Yes.
So what's high on your priority list?
Then I totally agree. Remember you spoke about those best of breed of a feature company, right? So we have a list of probably 200 features that are like different companies are just providing just that functionality. It can be, for example, like a virtual try-on AR functionality, right?
Yeah.
Please put it in the platform. Or it can be like an AI functionality that does automatic short form videos, including captions and so put it in the platform. And maybe we have a big list and we try to prioritize this list. So that's definitely in our roadmap. In parallel, more and more channels. Okay, it's not just marketplaces, it's also retail media, it's also publishers, it's also affiliate networks. And we try to, because I think this is a big trend.
Retail media in particular is just nuts.
Yeah.
And being able to push your content into those media channels via API is amazing.
Exactly. And then we need to integrate to their own programmatic advertising engine, the DSP. And this is also things that we do. We're already integrating with Fuse. Yeah, that's another part of our roadmap. So this is where we go. We try to enhance. I think in terms of scalability, we are providing services to millions of viewers every day worldwide. So the platform is really mature and can scale to any type of demand out there. It's a matter of just understanding the trends, integrating all these small pieces of functionalities that are required. And you see it's also in Shopify, and they are so successful because of the marketplace.
Totally.
Brands are confident that even 3 years from now, if they want to change their accounting platform, they find something, there is an extension for that, right? That's a major, and it's very easy to integrate. Same is for us. So we are planning to launch a marketplace, and that for functionalities that are required by our customers. Some of them we will develop and we will provide because we find them strategic, and some of them we will cooperate. So this is also definitely on our roadmap.
You want to be the Klaviyo of the shoppable video world.
We are the video player, I think, where we come from, which is very mass distribution, like the biggest project in the world. We have customers on the OTT side that are streaming to 20 million users on a daily basis. It's all VIMMI, end to end, everything. So we know what video is all about. And we shifted this to the commerce during the last 4 years. And we are learning. There are a lot of, obviously, players in the market. They're also learning. But we try to differentiate through the various things that we've discussed during the episode.
Love it. And how do you like people to get a hold of you? I'll put your personal LinkedIn link into the show notes, as well as the VIMMI link in the show notes. Other than that, how do you like people to get a hold of you and talk to you about video?
Yeah, so VIMMI is VIMMI.net. That's our website. My LinkedIn, of course. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Listen, EITAN, this has been a fantastic conversation. I've seriously enjoyed it. Now, as we come down to the end of our time together, this is where I get to flip the script, hand the microphone over to my guest, let them ask me one question, any question they like, can be personal or professional. So EITAN KOTER from VIMMI, what is your question for me today?
My question is, what you are proud of in your career?
Well, I'm proud of a lot of things, but I think what I'm probably most proud of is the amount of trying and attempting to give back to my industry. I really genuinely try to give back in multiple ways, speaking at conferences, speaking on other people's podcasts, and trying to contribute to content and trying to contribute to white papers and research studies and the podcast. And I think that I hope that my career is measured more by what I gave back than what I took from my industry, because my industry's been very good to me. It's created the lifestyle that I have, that I feel privileged and lucky to have. And the fact that I can be a digital nomad and I can live wherever I want, I don't take any of that for granted for a moment. And I consider myself, I just feel very fortunate to have fallen into this industry when I did over 20 years ago. And I genuinely hope that when it gets me and my personality and everything will be long within the year of my death, people will forget you. But I just hope that my contribution to the industry will live on, that hopefully the learnings, the hard fought learnings that I've got out of this industry and try to share back with the community, that hive mind of knowledge will help our industry be better indefinitely long after I'm gone. And that's how I'd like to be measured, is by how much I gave back, not how much I took.
Very nice. Love it.
Listen, mate, this has been a fantastic conversation. An hour and 15 minutes has absolutely flown by. I cannot wait to speak to you again soon, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
Are you a B2B or D2C e-commerce merchant? Then head over to greenwoodconsulting.net to learn how we can help you scale your business.